tough cover in the red zone.
Oh, yeah.
Reliable. That's
6'6",
the dude.
260, man.
And that's the dude I want. He got so many championships. Maybe if Tony Gonzalez is on those Patriots team, that's the way I would have felt about him. But I just think of Gronk like, as a Giants fan, I never wanted to see him in a big moment. I was glad when he was hurt or out of the game.
He's a hell of a football player. No question about it, man. Dude is ridiculous. Top 4 tight ends ever played a game.
How much is it at this point a hit for the Bucs to lose Gronk, considering he's still the red zone plan a lot of the time, and they're won a Super Bowl?
It's a hit, but it's not severe to the demise of the team. The team will still be able to function, move forward, find another red. They got some young, talented tight ends, but find another red zone target, potentially use Mike Evans in that role a little bit more because of the size situation. What Gronk has been able to do is be very smart at understanding Tom Brady. Tom Brady can read body language. They can play off each other. That's the beauty of having a Gronkowski in your lineup outside of the size mismatch that he gives you in the red zone. Do I think that they still have an opportunity to maybe get an 8th Super Bowl for Tom Brady? Absolutely, because they got the defense. And if their defense can come alive and Todd Bowles can do anything in terms of coaching, which I believe he will be able to do, and they can run the ball with Leonard Fournette, and then they can still use Mike Evans and a healthy Chris Godwin, I think they'll be fine. I really do.
It is, Jay, interesting that they had, you flash back to a year ago, look at the receivers on the team. AB, Godwin, Evans, Gronk. Oh, my God. Now, all of a sudden, no AB, Godwin's hurt, and no Gronk. Like, isn't that, I don't know, to the layperson, to me, I look at it and go, Bucs are going to come out of the NFC. Wait a minute. I like the Rams more. I like San Francisco maybe. I like a whole bunch of teams.
Yeah, but I have the same belief in Tom Brady as I do in Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers lost Devontae Adams. It's not like people were saying, well, now we're going to discount or not count Aaron Rodgers to be there when it's all said and done. I still think Cameron Brate, who's 6'5", 250 pounds, is a hell of a TE. And I think his reps will go more up. I think it depends upon the health of Chris Godwin. But I also don't see Gronk truly retiring. I don't. I talked to Gronk. I did a podium with him and Tony Gonzalez in L.A. for the Super Bowl.
Me too.
And Gronk kept talking about how tired he was about the season. So for me, when I hear Gronk say that, I'm like, okay, retiring until that Tom Brady gets called. Until that call comes in, right there at that juncture where they're about to make a run, and I see Gronk coming out of retirement, fresh, body feeling right, to make a run for Tom Brady to get another one.
It's a little bit different, though, and I understand what people are saying about him coming back and playing. It's hard as hell, though, Jay, to be effective in the middle of the season for somebody who hasn't been in it. You can do football-acclimated things all day long. All right? And it could take you 4 months until you get hit in a game, no matter how much you've been hit before in your career. When you take that time off and you miss training camp and you miss the first 7 games of a season, and then all of a sudden you try and come back and insert into a lineup, it's not the same. So I don't even know if...
You think there's no chance he comes back?
Well, Drew Rosenhaus...
I don't know, man.
I mean, I'm doing this just in yesterday, 2 p.m. Eastern, ESPN. I'm doing this just in the middle of the show. It comes out on Instagram, right? Rob Gronkowski posts to Instagram that he's retired. And everyone's like, yeah, for now. I mean, Brady retired, came back for that. What if Brady calls him? Literally, as we're discussing this, Drew Rosenhaus, who's Gronkowski's agent, quote, "It would not surprise me." He tweets, Schefter tweets the following. Adam Schefter tweets that Rosenhaus said, "It would not surprise me if Tom Brady calls him during the season to come back and Rob answers the call. This is just my opinion, but I wouldn't be surprised if Rob comes back during the season or next season." Why would Rosenhaus say that, Key? If
I have no idea. Now we talking about next season. Come on, man. You reaching into the future now. Not you, but him. Next season. I mean, Tom Brady might retire. We don't know what's going on, and I'm sure the Buccaneers they're moving on with their plans, especially if they get what they need in the red zone. If they get what they need, why would you even be thinking about
Wait, Key, I want to go back to a point that you made before about taking time off and then being hit that way. Gronk has that body type that looks like you don't take care of that can blow up pretty quickly, right?
No, he
always takes care of his body, but
he actually
big boned.
He actually loses muscle mass and stuff like that when he stops playing. He never balloons up. You don't have to worry about him looking like he's been eating and drinking all night long. That's not his. For whatever reason, he's big bone, but he's a very thin, slender, 260 pounds.
So it isn't out of the realm that if he were to continue to just train, right, for that time being, like it can fit into that mode of potentially coming back, right? Even though
absolutely.
It's challenging.
It depends on what it is that the organization is looking for. If you say that the organization just needs 5 games and all we want you to do is play 25 plays, and here's the 25 play, yeah, of course.
Catch a touchdown.
Catch a touchdown. Of course he could do that. If that is what they're looking for. That's why I say, depending on what their red zone looks like, depending on how it's going on an offensive flow, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to bring a guy back in the middle of the year to disrupt the chemistry of what you already got going unless you need him to.
Yeah.
If you need a guy, hey,
but
man, you dial him up.
If they can't find, that's a big if, find a reliable red zone thing.
Yeah, because it's not even about Gronkowski whipping somebody at the line of scrimmage. It's about him knowing what to do. He's not physically whipping people anymore.
And also just being big with good hands
knows
and
what
chemistry with Tom Brady and timing.
He's going to be where he's supposed to be. He's going to do all the right things. And that is a comfort level for a quarterback.
But also, Max, the fact that he is such a target, he attracts a lot of attention in the red zone that could be utilized as a decoy as well.
Blocks
so there's
well,
advantages
too, by the way,
to having him on the field.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.